Hi! If we are talking about the most successful people in business, it is often all about money. You could say that Jeff Bezos is the most successful person because he's the wealthiest one. But this is very misleading, especially if we talk about the most successful women. If we take a look at the top 10 most wealthiest women, we see Alice Wharton, daughter of Sam Wharton, who was the founder of Walmart. There's Julia Cook, the widow of David Hamilton Cook, and maybe best known, Mackenzie Scott, the ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos himself, who has a net worth of about $60 billion after their divorce in 2019. All three are definitely successful, and all three make an important contribution to humanity through their foundations. But the wealth and success is mostly achieved by the men who were close to them. Is this the only way for women to be successful? Definitely not. And in this video, I will tell you the story of Melanie Perkins and her $6 billion company Canva.
So it's been a pretty long journey. I was at university a while ago now, and I was teaching design programs and thought they were really complicated, and in the future they should all be online and collaborative and a lot simpler. But this was when I was 19 and I had no business experience or product experience or marketing experience or like literally any relevant experience whatsoever.
Melanie Perkins was born in 1988 in Perth, Australia, and from an early age she was heavily interested in doing business. She started her first venture when she was 14, creating handmade scarves that she sold at shops and markets in Perth. Do you remember what you did when you were 14? I guess it was not something like this. As a lot of other entrepreneurs, she decided to drop out of university to start building her own startup company with her boyfriend Cliff Obrecht. Its name was Fusion Books, and the idea behind it is simple. Most of you probably know school yearbooks. They are very common, basically everywhere, and is an important memento for a lot of students. At this time, creating a yearbook was a difficult process and led to boring designs which looked just like the yearbook from the last year. Fusion Books made design of a yearbook fun and easy, and the software was accessible through the internet. They became very successful, but for Melanie it was more like a testing phase for the next product and the next company she wanted to build. This was Canva, a graphic design platform that allows users to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, and other visual content. By doing so, she took up the fight against tech heavyweights like Microsoft and Adobe, who pretty much controlled the online graphics market. The term unicorn is used to describe a startup with a valuation of over $1 billion. By June of 2020, Canva reached a valuation of $6 billion, so you could call it a 6-time unicorn. These are large numbers, and to reach these, Melanie had to convince some of the largest venture capital companies existing, like Bond, General Catalyst, Sequoia Capital China, Felicis Ventures and Blackbird Ventures, and they are willing to fund much more money to raise their share of the company. But as co-founder Cliff Obrecht explained, they simply don't need that much money to grow further. I plan on doing a complete video where I describe how building a startup company works and how they get valuated. So if you don't want to miss that one, I would love if you subscribe to the Machinations channel. Getting the trust from venture capitalists is a difficult task, but Melanie and her co-founders were very successful in building up a relationship with their investors, which is key for a young startup. Here's what one of their partners at Blackbird Ventures said about them.
I'm Rick Baker, and I'm one of the partners at Blackbird Ventures. We're a venture fund here in Australia, and one of the very first investors in Canva. We invested when it was just an idea, and now the largest investor in Canva. I think really what attracted us to the founders was this very clear vision of what Canva was going to be.
Communication and a clear vision is key, but what also is very important is a great product to sell. So let's talk about Canvas. The most important sense for any human is the vision, and it's the best way to provide information to people. And it's not only about the information itself. How an information is displayed heavily determines how engaging an information is. This is why advertising companies hires scientists to investigate which color, font, and graphics makes people feel comfortable and interested in the content. And in today's world, the number of people who want to create good surrounding designs for their content is growing rapidly with the evolving influence of social media. Not everybody is a graphics designer, and the graphics tools of Microsoft and Adobe are way too complex and too hard to learn for the majority of people. Canva is very easy to understand, and you can create engaging content in minutes without knowing much about design. It is mostly drag and drop and has a large number of ready-to-use designs to inspire you. Their pricing is also structured to attract a broad user group as their variety of free features. In recent years, they used their experience to strike deals with large companies like FedEx Office or Office Depot. And the demand for their services will continue to grow as more companies understand the importance of highly engaging content. Currently, Canvas has more than 1,000 employees in Sydney, Manila and Beijing, and Melanie Perkins is still CEO of the company she founded. She grew it from 0 to $6 billion and is currently just 32 years old, which makes her one of the most successful entrepreneurs worldwide.